How's it going, YouTube? This is Wake Run Collapse, and it is time for box 11 out of 20 of Phantom Gate. Here we have it right here. The first 10 boxes have been absolutely epic, so it's time to get cracking with the second half of this booster case. Hopefully we can get something super nice out of this booster box, but I won't hold my breath because the pulls have just been outstanding so far. So for those of you who are familiar with my channel, this is not going to be a surprise to you. But for any newcomers in the past few months, once I get past box 10 of a new set and I open an entire case of them, I start playing games with the booster boxes. And I figured today we would actually start off a little bit light. We'll do something kind of easy to kind of get everybody into the flow of what they can expect from these booster box openings. From here on out, I mean, you guys have seen all the cards. This is going to be of no surprise to you, really. So, in fact, what I think I'm going to do is just kind of fold that down a little bit and set that to the back. So what we're going to do is, as I pull the good cards, I'm actually going to share some information about their attacks, because I've been studying it a little bit, and I wanted to add a little bit of a new flavor to the openings. I don't want these openings to get stale for you guys, so I want to bring something cool to the table. So hollows are better. I've learned the attacks, and we'll go from there. We have Honchkrow, Golbat, Fletchling, Kingler, and Xerosic. Actually, some really interesting effects on these cards. I can't wait to share them with you guys, because you might not be too familiar with them. Second pack is going to give us a Blissey, Pumpkaboo, Roggenrola, Zweilous, and Target Whistle. So starting off a little bit slow here. Definitely expecting a non-full art box, mostly non-full art boxes from here on out, just because it pulled so well. We have Diggersby, Purloin, Zubat, Totodile, and Lumineon. Sure, the next pack's going to have something inside. Alright, we have Musharna, Munna, Sewaddle, Whismur, and nice! Mega Manectric EX. What a fantastic way to start. Now, this attack, Turbo Bolt, requires 1 lightning and 1 colorless energy. It does 110 damage, and it also does an extra 40 damage if you run through the house and flick all the lights on and off. Which I suppose makes a lot of sense. Certainly makes the game much more interactive than you would expect. But wow, that would be pretty epic for 150 damage. You just gotta get up and do the work, I guess. Very interactive game, this TCG now. Next pack, Galvantula, Carablast, Croconaw, Helioptile, and Battle Compressor. Alright, Escavalier, Swirlix, Venonat, Dano, and Team Flare's Headnoiser. This card requires you to watch the first episode of Sword Art Online. So, definitely would cause a bit of a break in the action, but maybe if you need a breather, you can pack Headnoiser into your deck. It can be difficult to keep focus when you're playing a full game, especially if it's going long, so might not be a bad idea to pack that card. Next pack has Mystery Energy, Litwick, Loudred, Gligar, and Chandelure Hollow. Very interesting. It has an ability that causes your house to be haunted at 3 in the morning. So I definitely recommend that you not use this card if you're playing in the middle of the night, especially on the TCGO. Because what if you're playing somebody in an opposing time zone, and they're a few hours off from you, and all of a sudden your screen is haunted? You really can't have that happen. It'd be very scary. Kind of surprised they made that an ability. Next pack has Lysander's Last Resort. Would love to pull that in full art. Fletchling, Golbat, Yanma, and Leaveney. Would like to pull another Mega Gengar EX in this box as well. That would be very nice. Here we have a Fearow, Boldore, Bunnelby, Poochyena, and Mightyena. I haven't noticed any Torchic Amara style combinations of cards this time around, but I'm definitely noticing that they're clumping the evolutions together, so I think that's worth noting. Robot Substitute, Spearow, Litwick, Roggenrola, and wow, another AZ Trainer Full Art. This is a beautiful card and definitely my favorite trainer, although the Lysander's Last Resort, if I ever end up seeing it live, might change my tune on that a little bit. This is a gorgeous card, and it will be available for sale or trade, but only to Phantom Gate collectors because the set is so difficult to complete. This card takes a few years to get going, believe it or not. You have to play it for the long haul. You have to grow your hair out this long and headbang, and then you win the game. So definitely a long con kind of play, but useful if you're planning on a 6 or 7 year matchup. Very fancy. And I guess I might as well show it down at the bottom too. If we can focus on that, even though it's sleeved. 93 out of 88, secret rare. Guys, this pull ratio is just unreal. Unreal. 11 booster boxes, and I pulled 10 secret rares and ultra rares. 10! I don't know what's going on. But it's crazy, and I love it. Jellicent, Gulpin, Swirlix, Pumpkaboo, and Pachirisu. Oh, this is shaping up to be a heck of a box. That AZ trainer. Man. Liepard, Girafarig, Fletchinder, Lampent, and nice, Holo Feraligatr. This attack down at the bottom for 2 water and 2 colorless energy does 80 damage, and it also does an additional 80 damage if you run to the bathroom and flush the toilet and it overflows. So that's very lifelike. I guess I understand why they would make it a potential for 160 damage, but also would cause kind of a mess too, so maybe they'll end up banning this card because people are flooding their toilets intentionally in order to win a game of Pokemon cards. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Maybe they'll errata the card and they'll nerf it or something. Like they did with the catcher, Manectric Spirit Link, Helioptile, Finneon, Litleo, and a Slurpuff Holo. The ability allows you to run into the kitchen and make cupcakes, and then all your attacks do 50 more damage, but your retreat cost is doubled. So very specific, it would seem, but suppose it really brings the Cupcakeitude to life, and this card does not want to get in the sleeve. I'm going to actually have to check the sleeve when I get off camera, make sure it's the correct size for it. It's a little bit weird. Might be miscut or something. But yeah, I think I'll be running Slurpuff when it goes to my deck anyways, because I always want an excuse to make cupcakes, even though the ramifications on the game are pretty vast. Oh, and I heard an alternate translation for AZ that you actually have to do 3 shots of vodka and then read the alphabet in order. And if you do, then you get to draw 3 cards. But I'm not sure if that one is true. I think it was the original one that I stated about the growing of the hair and winning the game. Whismur, Alomomola, Murkrow, and Swalot. Getting near the end of this box, I hope you guys are well informed about this. It's another reason why I do Japanese openings. I want to make sure you guys know what these cards are all about, so when they come to Phantom Forces, you'll be well prepared and you'll know what decks you're going to play. Ooh, and a Florges EX. Very nice. That is my 3rd EX or better out of the box, so that might actually do it for these types of cards. It does have an attack right there that's pretty cheap. It only requires 1 fairy energy. And you go out to your garden, you pick a random flower, and you throw it at your opponent, and if they're allergic, then you take 2 prize cards. If you can plan out who you're playing against and have a wide variety of plants in your garden, and flowers in your garden, then that can definitely change the course of the game. Also not really worth playing if you don't have a garden. Talonflame. Dano, Sewaddle, Chansey. Oh, nice, and a Holo Pyroar. Look at that attack down at the bottom. 3 fire and 1 colorless energy for 110 damage, but it does require you to set 75% of the opponent's Pokemon card on fire. You have to be very specific about that, or else the attack does nothing. And that can be a real struggle, too. But you know what? Practice makes perfect. Also, if you practice by burning somebody else's Pokemon cards, they're going to think you're a jerk. So, practice on your own. Practice on an energy card. Battle Compressor, Wobbuffet, Bunnelby, Totodile, and Crobat. Is there 1 or 2 packs left? Actually, it looks like 2 more after this. Ugh. However, one more holo out of these if we can. Spiritomb, Joltik, Litleo, Lampent. Oh, nice. It's a 4EX box. That is Gengar EX. That is really nice. The first attack is really cheap, only requiring 1 colorless energy. And you wait till your opponent is asleep, and then you just start tickling them. So it makes sense that this attack would deal no damage, but at least you can do it for the lulz. And that's what building a competitive deck is all about, if you can laugh about it later. I knocked my scissors over, I have to get them. There we go. 2 more packs to go. I have not really kept track of what I've pulled so far. Blissey, Frillish, Swadloon, Golbat, and Target Whistle. And the last pack, no need to request some magic, because we've already pulled some really great stuff out of here. 2 regular EXs, a Mega EX, and a full art. Another fantastic box, plus a wealth of information for you guys. And we have Dimensional Valley, Fletchling, Kingler, Pumpkaboo, and Hydreigon Holo to finish things off. This is the 3rd time that I've finished a Phantom Gate booster box with a Holo Hydreigon, so it is my last pack mascot for this case opening. Really, really awesome, and it has the ability to make you seem way, way cooler than you actually are. So that could be really handy for you, especially if you're not too confident about Pokemon, and that's going to make you feel a lot stronger about how your deck is playing. So we're going to sort all this out in a second. I'm going to move these to the back. As you can tell, I tend to make kind of a mess, especially when I'm sharing so much key information about booster boxes in my openings. Move that to the back, sort these off camera as I always do. Another really nice box, guys. So, holo pulls were Chandelure, Feraligatr, Slurpuff, Pyroar, Hydreigon, and the Team Flare Headnoiser. EXs were Florges EX, Gengar EX, Mega Manectric EX, and the AZ Trainer Full Art. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and make sure you stay subscribed for future openings. And yes, I know this video is going to get dislikes, and no, I don't care, and no, I definitely have no sympathy for you if you really think I'm this stupid.